What up?
And welcome to another episode of Mind Over Madness with your host Loomis and Mr. Keith Shibley. What's going on, Keith?
What's up, dude?
Just busy,
Feel like
and
it's been a while
yeah,
since we got to talk and shit.
yeah, we were on Tuesday. I called you
Yeah.
Friday, but then uh, yeah, no,
My week was a little
we
bananas.
texted. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
texted though. Like, yeah, we were texting. Listen, these things are tough, man. Besides just like doing a show like this, this is just the live. Like besides like the videos and all that we want to create and make like, legit channel. This is just we just hit the live button. That's what we were talking about backstage, folks. Hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for being here. We're just so transparent with everyone. It's just, what it is. But thank you for being here. Welcome. Hit that like button if it's your first time here. Say hello, jump in the chat. We don't bite unless you're a dickhead. And then that's pretty much it. But other than that, hope all has been well though. But yeah, buddy, that's the thing, man. Podcasting and trying like to get with normal life, it's tough. I mean, let's be honest, and
Yeah.
especially for you have kids, you have a family, dangerous fucking job every fucking day. So when you could get on, when you could get on, it's great. You know what I mean? So I don't care, but I left the Loomis show, man, to be with you, man, over here. So the bottom line is, like, I don't care, whatever. Like, I'm with you. That's how I roll.
I
So,
hear you, buddy.
oh,
We're gonna get it started.
there's no
Um,
rush to whatever. Just don't get killed on the job. I won't. I'll try not to get run over or to get killed either, and we'll do good things.
yeah,
As
man.
in the words of James Callahan from Camp Rattler, do good things. But how you been though, man? How's the week been?
Um, last week was busy, man.
Yeah,
A little bit crazy, but I'll tell you what, I'm tired of the snow and the fucking cold already.
yeah. That's terrible. Yeah,
Today was, I think, the first day that it was above 30 in like 2 or 3 weeks.
man.
So, but yeah, man. Last week, yeah, man, just work, normal shit. I did get to go see my kid this weekend. Saturday, I was like,
All right.
fuck it.
How's he
Drove
doing?
up. He's doing good, man. Drove up to WVU, grabbed him some lunch, hung out for a little
Does
bit, and
he
then
does he know that you do this?
he does. I don't know if he watches or not, but I
Oh,
don't think he does.
well, if he watches, know what's going on. But man,
But he's doing good, man. We had a very good conversation, so it was cool.
yeah, man, nice. That's good. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Good for you.
It's crazy because it's a conversation that allows my brain to relax a little bit, right? Worrying
Yeah,
about this,
yeah,
that, or the other. But it's also one that I I needed to have after last week, personally. You know what I mean? Um, so it's good, man. Like I even texted him the other day because you get to start thinking about it, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm your dad and everything, but I said, I want to let you know, um, like, dude, that kid's taught me a lot. You know what I mean? And it's weird.
yeah.
It kind of goes both ways.
Well,
But
I don't. I'm not a parent. But I will tell you this: from a parent of Jason, or not even a parent. Who the fuck am I a parent of Jason? I was a parent to a dog named Ozzy who's gone. But anyway, I have no kids. But my point, though, being to you is because it's something that my father would always like. We weren't an emotional family. Like we weren't like I love you, but we loved each other. Like it wasn't I love you always after every word or whatever.
mm,
But having this serious talks though, like with him towards he told me he's like, I wish I had more of these with you. Like you
yeah,
know what I mean? Instead of like so he's a fucking phenomenal fucking father, and he tried. I was running around ripping it out. I'm not putting any blame on him. I'm trying just to say though, like when you have a great talk, I guarantee that's got to feel though like real good. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
like they always say, check in on your kids, man. Instead of just be like, hey, all right, yeah, and then walking away. You know, not flood them and scare, but have that good convo. And again, I'm no parent. Who the fuck what do I know? You know what I mean? I'm just saying though, I think though that I could see, and plus we're fucking practically like fucking, I don't talk to anyone, like, and
Yeah.
you're my partner in this. I love you to death. And plus I was with you as, whatever. And my point being is I'm just happy that, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Awesome. Want to
Other
say
than
some
that,
hellos?
yeah.
Oh, go, keep going. No, keep going.
No, I was gonna say other than that, it was just normal bullshit, man. Just normal everyday week, work, home stuff, whatever. Nothing, nothing earth shattering. But yeah, let's say hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I got a real good question about your job and coming home. If I forget it after I'm saying hellos, try to remind me. Loomis, did you want to ask me something about coming home in the job? If you could remember. If you forget
I did tell Matt in the chat that he's not allowed to make fun of me tonight because last week, after the show, I curled up in the fetal position and cried to my wife for about 2 hours because of you and Matt making fun of me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we roasted you last week?
Yeah.
So, dude, my mind's just so much. I remember now. Wait, hold on one second, though, man. Before I say the hellos, let me at least just share this on Facebook while we're live. And oops, hold on. It's Ozzy. Where's the Mind Over Madness? Right there. There we are. Shout out to Shay Matera. Shay, if you're watching, I don't know. I just drew you a shout out because I fucking love you. Seriously, man, that guy's great, man. And my buddy John called from Boston, and well, he's that's where he's from. He lives somewhere else now, but he told me, he's like, yeah, man, I watched that live with you and Shay. And he's like, that was fucking awesome, man. That was awesome. Yeah,
Shay will be going on Kevin Donaldson's Suffering podcast here in the next couple months. So, yeah, man. And so, like I said, our interview was his first one he's ever done, and I think he's got an important message, dude. So I'm gonna try to get him to do more.
100%. And I can't wait though to see that though. And like who we were supposed to have on tonight though, Gerard, who we're gonna have on the next Tuesday too. He was supposed to do it though but then the holidays came up, and then what happened with my pop, shit got fucked up, but because I'm gonna take him down there, but he's gonna do Kevin's show too.
Oh, cool.
But he's gonna be on though on ours though next Tuesday. So
Matt, I love you more.
Oh, also too, Gerard's normal interview, Keith, I have him here. No, I'm not even in it. It's just him to like soft light underbellying it. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna drop that. I'll drop that interview this week. I mean, it's not even, I don't even really have to edit that much. Like, you know what I mean? I'll just do different angles, but I could drop that this week. And that's powerful interview. So look out for that, folks. Just basically call it an act of God, I guess. That's what I mean, seriously, what else could it be?
Yeah, no, it's a miracle for sure.
So stay tuned.
I'll tell you what, man. This Dan Epstein thing's got me riled up, bro. I don't know about you.
I've been seeing him, in the interviews and all that popping up and stuff. And here's what I say to everyone. And of course, it's good content to talk about it. That's why I guess everyone in the world is deeply sucked into that, or maybe I have my head so far up the creation of the project that I haven't looked out and of course I seen him and that his interview just got released, even Vlad released it or something with whatever, but what happened now? What's going on?
Well, they released like half of the documents they had, and the part that they're still doing is they're still blacking out a lot of these names or whatever of the people. And it just like
that's because it's ongoing, right? Ongoing investigations are blacked out.
It's literally, they even say it now. It's because they are important people. So I'm thinking, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? My whole job, I'll lock somebody up and put them in jail, maybe send them to prison for doing whatever. You know what I mean? Illegal firearm or whatever. But because these people are either big donors of either the Republican or Democrat Party, or you know, congressman or whatever, then they just get a free pass at raping kids. Like it's just it pisses me off, dude. I don't care who's on the list. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care who it is. From A to B needs to be investigated and imprisoned. You know what I mean? And it just shows.
Everyone on there. No, everyone. You all 100%. Yeah. Everyone. Well, the thing too is that they found cameras there, and they also though need to. That's all Mossad shit, man. I'm telling you, man. And they need to find those cans. That's all power. That's why we bow down to fucking countries that we could demolish in fucking 2 seconds if we wanted to. But we bow down though to them. And I don't mean to get like all political or nothing though right now, but anyone who this like we live basically America's basically like was and is like Christian. You consider it a Christian country, right?
Yeah, it was founded on that. Yes.
It was founded on that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. All the way back until I'm going back even with the heathen army days when even when they converted with the Anglo-Saxons and all the way up and then Greenland and fucking just all that shit. But my point being is, yes, founded on. So why? My question to you is, and I talked to Chris about this on Roll the Bones, is why do we kiss the wall of and I'm not talking of Jude. I'm not saying all Jewish people, I have Jewish friends, that has nothing to do. I'm talking Zionist, that type of stuff. But why do we kiss the wall though of like the people though that killed Jesus?
I don't know, bro.
It's just a legitimate. I'm just that's not like a point. I'm just asking a question.
I mean, it's a great question. It's just, but dude, what's going on now? It proves my point from that we talked about before is that. While we sit here and kill ourselves just to make a living, the Republicans and the Democrats both are just sitting back behind the curtain, laughing at us all, and doing whatever the hell they want with no ramifications to any of their actions. Man, they're two sides of the same coin. They both make me absolutely sick right now because.
So, go ahead.
Because it's like. The Democrats had friggin' whatever the last 4 years to release all this stuff and do something about it. Then, Trump's administration.
They couldn't. Well, they're in it. They can't.
Well, then the Trump's administration says right off the bat, "Oh, we're going to release everything and we're going to hold people accountable." No, you're not.
Well, they're in it too. Both
Trump
sides. So there's powerful people in it though. Even if it's let's just say Trump's not on the camera doing whatever, but there's more powerful people than like Trump just because he's president or whatever. Obviously controlled. Because just tell me why we fucking bow down to them and we do all their wars and all that stuff. And if you look at the history and all that, I like why? Like why? It goes all the way back to Iraq. Saddam, yes, terrible person. I mean, even his kid, there's video of him at a fucking party, just going, putting earplugs in, shooting a machine gun up. He's dead. We got him, he's dead. But the point being is, the Middle East, though, I guess that's not really our business. Well, the oil though that we get and stuff like that, but there was no weapons of mass destruction, and there was no whatever. So it's like we fight wars though for him, and then people are going to get mad now because I'm saying, but it's just the truth, and they openly don't even like to say it, and by they, I'm talking about like fucking Netanyahu.
Yeah, but
he does, and I don't know how we were supposed to say hellos, and now we never got this political. We never got this political.
I agree with everything you said, and I don't know why we fight other people's wars and all that other stuff. But the bottom line is, in this country, the line should be drawn at children. And it's not, apparently, if you have enough money or you're powerful. The line isn't even kids. You know what I mean? Like all those kids that were assaulted or killed or trafficked or whatever. And, the president now is just like, oh, we've been talking about this forever. The country needs to move on to another topic. No, we don't.
Well, they just say what they want to say during the campaign, and then they get in. And then if you notice, though, how many different topics there are, it's insane. Like, okay, so the JFK assassination, because it's all because of this and the technology, because we see everything now. Think about even that Charlie Kirk's like murder. And this is no disrespect to them, but that just feels like, oh, that was whatever. The shot at Trump or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Though, like that's still, whatever you think about him, that's still an assassination attempt. That was just like news for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Where when it would used to be like historic like event. So I just think that the downfall, and listen, I wouldn't know these great, beautiful people like, what's up, Gracie? I wouldn't know Gracie and all that. I wouldn't know you, Keith, without this. It's good and bad. And it's going to be the downfall of everything.
Yeah. I just,
because of by too much information being out there and too much. It's just, here's my point. Why we have so much energy a day, right? And I know in my heart and soul that, and I have a promise though with my pop and the Buffalino family, I have a project I have to get done. I'm not going to waste, if I can't do anything to prevent that. I'll talk about it with you like this, but I mean, like, I'm not going to waste my days getting all angry over it. So that's why I stopped watching that. I get real fucking mad.
It made me more question my job, dude, because it's like you go out there and
that's
you're locking up a dude that, you know, stole something. When you know there's a whole list of people that did this stuff to children and there's no punishment for it whatsoever. It's just weird, man. It's like why
I got the from your point of view though, from being with the FBI, from being with the police. I mean, freaking everything you've been through, the first one in the Navy Yard shooting, like with Aaron Alexis, that's insane. Everything you've been through, the fucking plane crash, like that's just the stuff on the news that you were on. Yeah. Plus, I mean, there's been way more traumatic stuff probably that happened to you. You know, I'm just saying that stuff for the audience. All that stuff, dude, that you fucking know, like been through and all that type of stuff, and then I could, like, you were, you know, I can't put myself in your shoes because I didn't live it, but I could try to. And I could see, like, where you're like, all right, he's got an illegal firearm, you know, like, Keith, let's be honest. You're like, you're not judgmental. Like, you know, you just happen to be that, like, you're not the military. You're like, you know, you're badass. You hold down your job. You're a great fucking cop. I'm not saying that, but that's why you were good at UC work. Like I said, if you were born in New York and Little Italy or whatever, you might have went the other way. I'm just saying, because that's a, so you have that mindset already. So it's just like, you also been with your addiction that you went through with the pills and all that stuff and beating that. And then after you started though, because, you know, you even said that, you know, you arrested people with drugs and stuff, obviously before that. But then after you do that, you know, you definitely are very empathic though for him. And I forget the story you said about Best Buy or whatever, where the one person came up to you and thanked you so much and all that stuff. But you know what I'm saying though? Like after though you lived that, it definitely humbled you probably, like be like, you know, like fuck, like, you know, you had more empathy for the people on the street.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was 8 years ago now.
Yeah, 7 something. Yep, 7 change.
I'm saying like when you're actively out there, though, still just before you went in, but how long? And Gracie, what's up? Carolyn, how are you doing? Yeah, Keith, man, we just jumped right into that shit, and I didn't
get the highs, man.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I didn't. I just said what I fucking. It is what it is, man. That's what's going on. What's up, Maddie? OG Rube, thank you. Gracie, yes, Loomis, standard time. Always. Keith, what's up? Be right there. Loomis is hitting buttons again. No, he's actually ready on time, but we had a discussion. Smash that like button, folks. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm screaming. It's weird with these headphones on, but it's great at the same time. I'm happy everyone could hear. And thank you all, though, for being here. And anyone else who's out there watching, jump in the chat, say hello, or tell us to go fuck ourselves and whatever. Don't matter. Just say hello or whatnot. So, Keith, my whole thing, though, is now you obviously have a few more years of the job left before you retire and all that stuff. So my question that I wanted to ask you earlier. Oh, look, I remembered. Remember, I was like, remind me?
Yeah.
Wow. My fucking brain's actually working. So anyway, there's 2 questions I wanted to ask you, though. When you find it, like, let's hypothetical, if you find a handgun and you're like, you pull someone over, like, you find out, hey, they have a handgun. Yeah, because of the cameras, you have to automatically though, like you can't let them go with that. There's no like meaning like there's like once you find something like that, no matter what, you have to though arrest them, correct?
No, I mean it's Virginia's a very open carry state, dude. So
No,
uh,
no, meaning the store like a gun that's like serial file down, like an illegal
oh
firearm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think you have much of a choice there, man. So
Yeah, that's I was wondering.
like your police discretion, it stops at misdemeanors. Um, the law in Virginia says a felony you shall arrest. So um, I would say this: like there would be certain situations where, let's say, the car comes back to Matt, but you're driving it, right? And you're like, I just borrowed Matt's car. I'm just running to the store, and the gun is like in a bag in the back seat or something, and it's got like Matt stuff in it. You know what I mean? And you're like, I had no idea that was there.
Yeah.
And you could probably take it. You definitely take the gun, and then
Yeah.
do your investigation, and then get warrants later once you determine who it really was. But yeah, for the most part, man, if it's an illegal gun, that person's got to take a ride for sure.
100%. And did you collab on the Instagram?
I did.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, no, just checking. Perfect. And how come though, man, this shit though don't pop up like it's only showing the video? Oh, there it is. Okay. We're just making sure.
What was
Bada
your
bing.
second question?
Second, now this was the real question. Because every time I see you every week, like this, and then also if we do a video together. So, the most I see is like twice a week. And my question to you though is, how we all talked about, bringing the job home, how it's almost humanly impossible to just shut it the fuck off. Like, it's not like, and no disrespect to anyone like who's a welder or anyone who works in a machine factory, but like, you know what you're going to do though that day that you come home when you're out there doing what you're doing. I mean, you come home from that day like with Aaron Alexis, though, killed. You're stepping over dead bodies. You're fucking seeing heads blown off. That's just insane. But my point being to you is this: do you come home and is your attitude more how your day went, or is it like meaning like do your days fluctuate? Like Monday could be a terrible day, like when you come home. Tuesday, it all if it was an easy day at work, no stress, then I'm happier at home. Or do you put on an act that well maybe you can't admit that. I don't know. Put an act at home like when you're really pissed off inside. But maybe people are watching it, maybe you don't want to answer that one. But I'm just saying though, like, you know what I mean? Because coming home from that fucking job, how do you like really, man? Like, how do you turn it off?
Yeah.
Do you?
So I got two answers for you. The first was when I was on pharmaceuticals and alcohol. It was kind of the day I had. You know what I mean? If I had a good day, I came home and got loaded, and I was in more of a good mood. If I had a really shitty day, I came home and it was a really shitty night.
Yeah.
But since then, finding ways to, I guess, adjust that stuff, man. Like when I have a really, really, really shitty day at work, I'll usually come home right away and either text the wife or tell her right when I got home that I had a really shitty day. And she pretty much just leaves me alone with like household stuff until I'll go either in the basement, decompress for an hour or two, go to the gym for an hour or so. But it's like I had a really bad day, so give me a minute to, switch gears. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just walking in right away, being like, "This broke. We need to pay this bill. Your kid's late for school," that kind of stuff. Because usually, if I came home in a bad mood and that was the first thing, then it was just,
that's why though you married though the woman that you married, and she's understanding and she knows it, and she's your best friend. And
but now, dude, it's like our marriage has gotten so much better just in the past year or two. I gotta look forward to come home. Like even if I have a really shitty day, I come home and it's like I'm home, and then it's just kind of. And I'll definitely talk to her about my shitty day, not in detail or whatever, but and then we'll just go from there, man. So but it's usually just like you got to give me a minute type stuff when I get home, and a lot of times now I get home before anybody, so I'll usually get home first, and it'll be a good hour before she gets home. And then my daughter gets home from school later, so it's usually by that time I'm pretty good. But
No, yeah.
but even
God.
I mean, when work gets like I'll catch myself isolating still, like when it gets bad, because I don't want to go off on them, the family, because of shit that's not their fault. So it's a balancing act for sure, man. But it's it's impossible not to bring some of this shit home. It's just people that say that they leave it at the door every day. Maybe somebody does know how to do that, but I've never been able to do it. You're always bringing a little bit of it home with you.
Now, Keith, the day that you did though and you and Shay did the Navy Yard shooting, but that went down. How long would you say again that you guys were in there, the whole scene, everything, until you got home?
Oh, it's like at home?
Yes.
Shit.
Till you showed up in the car, whatever time that was. What time did you get home?
10 hours later, 11 hours later, maybe.
Okay, so did your wife know though, like you were in there at all, like while you were in there? Because how long was that? Like how long was the actual till you got him?
Till I called her was probably like 5 hours, 5.5.
No. Till you. How long were you guys in the building till you were able to kill Alexis?
Oh, I probably was only in there probably around 20 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. So then she found out that it wasn't like a lie. Like she found out after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way after.
No, I was just
because once he was killed, then we had to start like the investigative process. Like our squad was pretty much going to take it. So that's when me and Shay went and looked at a bunch of video in the video room. We found that other military guy on the corner, so we ran and got him and brought him back. We started the investigative portion of it.
All right, yeah. No, I'm just curious though, man. I think getting like your wife's perspective though on like being married to disaster.
Well, I wish
you think she'd ever come on?
You don't have enough money to get her on a camera. So that when the news interviewed me at that awards day, they ambushed her, and she did
freedom ring.
Sorry, she did say a few things on the news, but they didn't. Yeah, she's a super introvert, man.
No, I get it. It's just that's just interesting though. That angle of it with both the on would be just a great episode.
I'll work on it. I doubt. I mean, we'll see, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, just hit her up. Tell you know what you don't do. You know what you do. You go here. I got it for you because I'm a monster salesman. So I can me. I can talk off a meat truck. Here's what you say to her. When it's a good night, you just whisper to her before bed. You just say, "Listen, I know you don't want to go on the news. I know you didn't want to go. Like, who the fuck are those guys? But this is my show."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you give her a kiss, and then you let her sleep on it, and then she'll think. And then you give her that little like. You act great around the house for that week, but there's that 1% that's like, you're not going to, and didn't get her to cave. Next thing you know, man, she signed it. I mean, that's the salesman in me coming out. But no, I'm just.
I mean, I honestly, because
it's not a bad, blueprint how to get it to happen. But go on.
I mean, I'd probably learn a lot from her perspective because we don't talk about it. So I probably
Yeah,
would learn
well,
a lot. If she came on, I probably would learn a lot of, I guess, what it's like too, because like I said, we've never really discussed it like that.
fucking Chris. Oh, I gotta call you tonight, Chris. Oh, I usually put my wife on a figure four leg. I usually put my wife in a figure four leg lock. Oh, Keith, I gotta send you something, just in case you ever think about fucking with me. When we're hanging, when we're hanging out. Hold on, you could talk to the people.
Bones, what up, dog? Chris, how you doing, buddy? Chris, I got a feeling Red would whoop your ass. You try to put her in a figure four. You don't mess with those. Those girls are wiry.
Check your phone, Keith.
No, Lord. Is that a dick pic, bro? The fuck?
I'll snap your legs, dude.
Why are you fighting a fucking 12-year-old?
I'm not. It's dude. That's a fucking that person right there is a blue belt and a legit blue belt from a class that isn't like, okay, here's the drill today. Stand up, leg locks, the dark wars, all of it. But
so yeah,
see, you put your leg in between though. Them when they're like this, you see how I put my leg in between the middle, and then boom, scoop, I got to snap both of his knees. But gone.
I mean, you'd break my legs, but you'd also have 7 shots center mass.
I make sure that you don't have your gun on you. I'm not stupid.
We at the Japanese jiu-jitsu things I do last night, we had a guy come in that was like a master instructor for Kempo. That was pretty fun, dude.
Right. Yeah, Kempo, Hawaiian Kempo.
Yeah, I've never done it. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's what Chuck Liddell though came from though, was Kempo background. And my buddy Billy did Kempo though. But if I know you do know the jiu-jitsu, Keith, though, but what was I gonna say to you? I'm not whatever, but I'm saying though, I'd fucking roll with you though.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking a good time. And my buddy Schuin, he stayed with it because what happened was I was doing that all the way to COVID. Then after COVID, I went back to it. And then just like a couple here and there, no type classes now. But what I'm saying though is I want to break someone's legs, man. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying though, some people might be squeamish, and I'm joking. I don't want to break someone's legs. But my point being though is, do you think, okay, if you have someone's arm like this, and do you think that you could snap it without getting queasy?
So
because people get queasy from that, and I don't know if that means I don't understand why you get queasy from that. It's just you're cracking it. It's like, did you ever see Bo Jackson bring a baseball bat?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how about he swung the bat one time so hard it fucking broke. He put it on his head and go boom, Bo Jackson.
But if you got me on the ground, I'd lose, because the Japanese style is stand up, and it's just very close fighting. But what we 90% of what we learned is joints. So break the elbow, break the shoulder, rip it out. I mean, that's what we do every day.
And same with the class though that we were in though, man, with Matt, like he would have people come in and he didn't care about clients and stuff like that. That's why he had to move down to a different shop, because we would drill for the first half hour, but it was the legs, it was everything. But then the last half hour was stand up, and it was fight without punching, like legitimately 100% fight. And when you get them on the ground, put your chin in their eyeball, scrape, like he would tell me, just don't shave for 2 days, scrape their fucking face to irritate them so they give you the neck. Like, I mean, like it was just like that's why there was like, what, I think there was like 8 people total, and I think like 101 of them tried. But I mean, this was brutal, man. And I love the fact though that I did that, because it was really a fight. But it wasn't though, because even like you said, and you could say people younger, I got choked out by a fucking 15-year-old, 16-year-old. It happens. You know what I mean though? That humbles you. But my point though is that doing it that way I asked him, I go, why are you doing it this way? Because he's like, well, I like my guys to go to competition and make sure that they're fighters. And he's like, I could tell if there's athletes and there's fighters. And I was like, all right, whatever, but yeah, man, I miss doing that, man. Like, it was fucking every day you could go up there. It was $100 a month. Every day you could go up there and fight as hard as you want. And then he did like the Zoom from the living room drills after that and stuff. But it was everything, man. Put your fucking the one time I had a guy and it wasn't even like fancy or nothing. I just fucking pile drived him, and he's like, yeah. And then I fucking like choked him. Like I would yell. Like I was that guy. I'd be like, ah, like when people bench press and just fucking choke someone out. But then, but I got fucked up a lot, man, a lot.
Yeah,
I have pictures of me.
I love it.
Bruises all over me and stuff. I love that shit. Or like one time, man, my buddy, I think it was Rich, though, he came in like, no, it was Gerard. And then we fucked around afterward, though. I think you even saw it. I put the short up because he's tough and he knows he's how to use his hands and he's been through hell and back. And he'll be on next week, folks. And his interview will drop this week. But that's how we say hi here. We're like, hey, what's up, man? And usually I get the motherfucker, whoever it is, and I went low and he just went, boom, and fucking my whole lip just split. And then we did the show. I think you saw the short.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? But when I taste that in me, I'm like, yeah, like I like Forrest Griffin style. I love that. I'm not like saying, oh, I'm not a tough guy or anything like that. I'm just saying though, but I think we all have that DNA in us, from back in the warrior days, ancestor days, and all that shit. It's all in our blood. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just go on.
Yeah, but it's it's good. I like staying in shape, and I'm little, so I need tricks on how to defend myself sometimes. But
no, 100%. What's up, Jordan? Good to see you. Let me just say some hellos quick. I'm good. Just got done watching Hunting Monsters. What's up, Frida? Great. I'm so happy that you're here, my man. Red, what is up? Red and the man, the Jake Gyllenhaal look-alike. There he is. Someone else said it to him, too. I'm getting hit with Jason Newsted for some reason. I look nothing like Jason Newsted at all. People are like, no, do you look like Jason Newsted? I'm like, no, I fucking don't. It was like 13 people. Not liking and sharing this video. I already put that up. We got Matt, we already got that one up. While wearing a Ric Flair wig. All right, something's going on there with the wife.
No, man. It's Ric Flair. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. You see his fucking documentary? Jesus, that guy lived, huh? Gina, there she is. I'll see you tomorrow night on Ozzy. We got Master of Reality, my favorite Sabbath. So looking forward to it, Gina. And Gracie, thanks for being here. And yeah, I like to see some people rolling over from the Oz channel. What was I going to say, though, Keith? Yeah, so like the Japanese style that like you're talking about, too, that's what I loved about what we were doing was we were like, points to get people down, no, quick, all that shit. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you can't do that. Like, he was showing us. He's like, do this, get him here, get him there. So what you're doing is, are you in a gi?
Yeah.
We were no gi either, don't. So, because it's like street, no gi, which is fucking tough.
I mean, you could do both. You could do both, but right now we wear gis. Because we do a lot of do that. I mean, we do knife defense, gun defense, like like a club bat, like. But it's survival fighting, not competition. So it's like, I mean, it's chopped to the throat,
self-defense,
temple, back of the head, brain stem, and whatever,
back of the neck chop too will kill someone.
So, but it's fun. I like it.
No,
but a lot of it is control. A lot of it is control hold and pain compliance, which relates to my job, and the weapon defense also relates to it. So that's why I like it too, because it's usable at work.
My question to you is, I've been seeing a lot of videos, which we're going to be doing reactions of, from the camera. This one, though, a couple of them are from the dashboard, and actually, before they were doing the cams, I found that I want you to see, and we're going to react to them and put them up as episodes. But I see like a lot of, they're rolling around on the ground and stuff. I just think though that the Brazilian jiu-jitsu though would at least some moves for that. Like if someone has you mounted, it's easy, but but if you don't know what to do in that situation, I think like, besides those little holes, I know every fight starts standing up, but just in case it gets on the ground, he'll be reaching for your fucking weapons, all that type of shit. I just think though knowing some of that shit though would be
No, 100%. And I've been wanting to get into it. I just haven't, but because my brother does BJJ, and they had an open mat. This was like, I don't know, maybe September of last year. He's like, come on, man. And dude, my brother is a year older than me. He's a computer guy. I was like, I'm going to beat the absolute piss out of this guy. And yeah, he got on his back. I got on top. And for 2.5 minutes, dude, like I was using way too much muscle and stuff. And I couldn't really get him in anything, but he just was. And at the end of 2.5 minutes, he goes, why are you breathing? Dude, I was gassed.
Because dude, once I find it was like when I learned, like I'm trying to learn music theory, and Gracie said, I'm digging this channel. Great stuff. Thank you, Gracie. Keith's not the thank you type, but thank you.
I believe. It says in the comments, thank you from somebody with the exact same name as me. That's crazy.
What do you mean? Oh.
You can't fix stupid, folks.
Oh, nailed. I don't even have a comeback on that one. I don't even know what we were talking about, but what were we talking about? Fuck.
I got gassed trying to fight my brother, and he had like barely broken.
Oh, yeah. So I remember when I had that like aha moment, like when I remember trying to learn music theory and I was learning the modes, and then all of a sudden, like when I figured out the major, minor.
Oh shit! Hold on, modes. My brother's in here. Trey, I could kick your ass still. I could still beat you.
Trey, I'll roll with you anytime, my man. Nah, I always see Trey. What's up, Trey? Listen, but I was what was it again, Keith?
Dude, squirrel.
Squirrel.
You had an aha moment in jitsu.
Oh yeah. Aha, like, and then like when I learned like the theory, I was like, aha, this is that. So in jiu-jitsu, what I used to do is, yes, I wasn't using their body weight. I was using my weight, and I was like, a lot stronger, even though I didn't know too, because I was bigger and just in the gym though more with weights. But my point being though is that shit though didn't matter, and that's what was tiring me out, because you're flexing your muscles only have so much oxygen. But once you figure out that exact how to be loose and flow,
yeah,
then you could do like that what you're talking about muscle thing, like when you see the opening, bam, then you don't break their arm and fucking break, but you know what I mean? Like, so once you and it took me fucking almost over a year, because they would always like get me like on something. I would do like a double leg and shit, and just fucking like a new side. See the mats there? I'd run them across the whole fucking room, but then they'd flip around and be on top of me, and then I'm like, fuck. But my point though being though, and then I do that. But my thing is this: once you learn how to flow with them, you see more openings. You need to stay on them like a snake, like that. Mm-hmm. That's when I really hit me. Don't get off them at all, like a fucking python wrapped around them, but loose. And next thing you know, dude, you're rolling for 10 minutes, and it's like, holy fuck, I'm serious. And yeah,
Trey will appreciate this story, because I don't know why it just popped in my head. But my brother, he's a year older than me, right? But when my parents would go out of town, one of our older cousins would come babysit us. We were probably, I don't know, I guess middle school age, maybe even younger. Yeah, middle school age, I guess. And my cousin would go around the neighborhood and invite kids over, to play. And then my cousin would make me and my brother fight the neighborhood kids, and that was his entertainment for the night. That was fucking fun.
Oh yeah, you would just fight the neighborhood kids?
Well, it's like we weren't even one. Yeah, my cousin would go over there and invite everybody over to come play. They would, and then he would make us fight.
Can I ask you a question? Were you ever taller than anyone when you were growing up? I'm sorry. I
Wow. Loomis, I'll tell you what I tell most people. Like, because I don't mind fighting, I actually kind of like it. So, like, if me and you
yeah,
fought,
I know. I
if
heard
you
stories in Richmond. I know.
if you beat me, I'm supposed to lose. But if I beat you, how embarrassing would that be? That would be fucking embarrassing, dude.
No. Well, why? Because you're fucking 5'6"? That means
I
nothing
wish I
at
was
all.
5'6".
I mean, okay, 5'2". But my point though being, well, no, yeah, I would kick you. How tall are you?
5'5" ish.
Yeah,
I
no.
I would punch. You would be pissing blood. My first shot would just be kidney, and you'd piss blood for
What
a
you
week.
think I'm gonna stand? What you think I'm gonna stand straight up though with you? Come on, man.
Anyway,
My point being though is don't ever say that just because. And I'll tell you one thing right now: smaller guys, they're fierce, and because they grew up like with that chip on their shoulder, like that Ivor the Boneless fucking dot of like, all right, motherfucker, you'll see. And yeah, and like don't ever underestimate anyone. And no, just because you're 5'5.5", whatever the fuck, that don't mean nothing, dude. You could still fucking my buddy Flannery, God bless his soul, screw face the shirt. You know, you saw it before. He's passed on. He was the youngest Flannery. He was 5 foot fucking 4, tops, and had the meanest fucking. I seen him double leg people and fucking break their face, dude.
it's
Doesn't
fun.
mean anything. And he knew how to fight. Yeah, he was short, but he would be like, boop, boop. The next thing you know, you're on the ground. And then he's just bop, 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 bop. Like, so
But I
all the
do want
Flanders.
to. I do want to get. I would love to get into Brazilian. I just haven't had the damn time or the money to do it, man. So
Gracie goes, I wish I was tall. Well, Grace, you're a lady and you're as tall as Keith. So I mean that's that's not bad for a lady. Because women are usually listen,
that's horrible. That was a horrible joke, actually.
it was terrible.
You
But
can
we
come up
break
with
balls
something
here,
once in a while,
folks.
dude.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't.
You know, Matt's
Even-
trying to
even-
crack jokes, and
Even Trey said yes. I don't even see Matt. You're way up top. That's why.
no,
I'm on the bottom.
the very last comment Matt just wrote.
Let the folks know though, because there's some new people though here. So this is the Tuesday night, every night. Sometimes there'll be someone on with us. Sometimes we'll talk about a topic and mix it up with this. And sometimes it's like this, just bullshit, or it's like a fucking therapy session with the chat. But this channel here is shorts, videos, interviews from law enforcement, gangsters, musicians, people who had addiction problems, all that stuff. This is just everything pretty much though basically goes, but it all pretty much though stems though off like that there's me and Keith though with the addiction and all that type of stuff is where it all those sprouts though pretty much though from. But yeah, so that's what if anyone's just curious, like what the fuck is this show? There's a cop on the fucking screen and some fucking guy who's fucking weird as fucking annoying. So to let you know that's what the show is about, if anyone's new. All right. All right, here we go. One of my favorite martial art instructors at Paris Island was a woman, 5'3", bro. Pop. Yep, me and Big Kenny, and I immediately, same thing for me, Chris, and Muay Thai. Kenny and I immediately became a brown belt when I shipped myself. That was fucking great. But no, exactly. Same in jiu-jitsu with women. What's her name? A good friend of mine, Christine. She was that still is ruthless. Like would definitely fuck me up if got me on the ground, without a fucking doubt. Shout out to Christine.
Oh,
But she always used to cut. Yeah.
My brother that's in the chat. He's a huge Aussie fan. I know he's on your page too, but
Is he?
Trey loves him some Aussie. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Trey, check out the channel Into the Void, Ozzy Osbourne tribute. We already got 8,000 subscribers, and it just keeps on growing. And it's not unmonetized. And we just put up Ozzy clips, and then we do some lives, And then I talked to old musicians who played with Ozzy, and they just found a tape. But like Bob Daisley, original member, no, this is only a couple seconds, Trey, but
there was a common saying, "Oh, you're off the rails," or "You're going off the rails," or whatever. So I thought, well, if you're going off the rails on a crazy train, so that's how that came about, and we began rehearsing it. I've got tapes of us writing that and putting it together, and there's one funny one where Ozzy at the beginning of it, where he says, I'd written the lyrics by then, or at least some of them.
Yeah.
And he, at the beginning of the song, Ozzy says, "All aboard," that part. But in this tape that I've got in our rehearsal, you can hear him say, "All aboard, you cunts."
Oh man, what I do for that version.
Was found by this man who met the heavy metal pioneer early in 1980. This was a few months after the singer had been fired from Black Sabbath, and he spent a few weeks rehearsing in Suffolk to try out something new.
I've got a tape somewhere. And my wife says, "Not in the house, I've searched everywhere." She said, "I bet you I know where it is. It's in your workshop, in the attic." And there it was. I found it in this briefcase.
And you were sort of nervous about trying it?
Because as you can see, it's one of those, and if they do tweedle up to sometimes, and I haven't got a machine like this one, and I daren't play it, to be honest with you.
Taking a toll, it was a long shot.
See, that's him. That's him. Very bluesy.
So, not a lost master tape. Instead, a recording that captures a more relaxed time behind the scenes. This is Ozzy with the late Randy Rhoads and Bob Daisley, a make or break point in his career. They went on to recruit drummer Lee Kerslake and released the first album, Blizzard of Oz.
Well, as soon as I heard it, I thought, well, yes, that's us, and that's Ozzy's voice. I don't know what drummer that would have been on that tape, but it's definitely me and Randy and Ozzy. We knew straight away. As soon as we played together, we said, yep, it clicked, and we knew that it was going to work.
Experts say the tape is significant, not
by Carl Orff, this piece called "Call Me in a..."
Yeah, so Trey, that's that channel, and the guy who was showing the tape that they just found, though, that wasn't Bob Daisley. That was one of the drummers who tried out for him. Bob Daisley was the bass player, though, for Blizzard of Oz and Diary of the Madman and all of Ozzy's albums up to No More Tears, and he wrote a lot of lyrics and stuff. So I just had him on again, Keith, and it's just kind of cool, though, man, talking to the actual fucking guys that played with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so Trey, check that channel out, and then we do lives, and I did a live on that last Ozzy tape and stuff like that, and all the fans. It's just a channel for the fans; it'll never be monetized, and yeah, that's that. But nice. So he's a big Ozzy fan.
Yeah,
I love it. Keith, is he older or younger than you?
a year. He's 1 year, exactly 1 year and 2 weeks older than me. So we're Irish twins.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And what was I going to say, though, to you, though?
They saved the looks
Trey,
for the second born.
Crazy Ozzy is God. Trey, very cool. Yeah, check it out, Trey. What was I going to say? So, Keith, and what else has been, let me ask you something. Gina texted me this week. And I told her that you told me this, and it's not to freak anyone out. But Gina's like, Loomis, I've been going down this crazy rabbit hole, and I just feel something. I feel like said, you always said something though might or whatever like happen and stuff like that, and you're like around like law enforcement and people like that. Why though are you saying that though? Like now, like are people talking?
Well, I mean, Al Qaeda in Afghanistan just put out a announcement for all able Muslims to create havoc in the United States, whether it's with a car, knife, gun, or bomb. It's time to do whatever. So you're going to have crazy people starting to come out, man. I think that was like last week they put that out.
Well, there you go, Gina. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not even gonna say the next thing though, but obviously, you know, like you're saying terrorist attack, and you're saying no. Well, I will
mean,
say
like,
the next thing.
but right now we're fucking beating the shit out of ourselves with this.
I know. I was just gonna say we're fucking each other up.
They don't need to do it. You know,
Yeah, dude, they're probably yeah.
So they're just sitting back and watching and laughing their asses off right now because they don't really even need to do anything.
No, not at all. And what do you think? Like Vladimir Putin's like, dude, he's probably watching, just going like, what the fuck? Like,
did you see that video of that one protester that tried to pick up a flashbang and it blew her hand off?
No, I didn't see anything this week. This week I was just very busy. What happened?
One of the cops threw a flashbang, and one of the protesters went to pick it up, and it exploded, blew like 3 fingers off.
Oh boy! And it was the cops' fault.
Probably it always is, right?
Yeah, but was this ICE or the cops?
It was ICE, I think.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Last thing that I really saw, and I just was almost about to puke though, because what did you see that Don Lemon guy go into that church?
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah, but now though he just came out too, and like he's accusing. Well, wait, was Kid Rock on that list?
What list?
Epstein.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mick Jagger was.
But Don Lemon's an idiot. He talks about being a Christian, but he goes and interrupts a Christian mass. He's a freaking. I'm so happy he got arrested. I thought that was hilarious.
Listen, no, and this has nothing to do with. I'm not Democrat, Republican. They're both off fucking crazy. But what Gracie just said, Don Lemon needs his ass kicked. And you take this as ever you want to take this, or if you think I'm just, and obviously I'm not being a tough guy. It's Don Lemon, but on everything I hold sacred in my life, Keith, if we were walking down the street and he happened to be walking up the street, I would throw the hardest right hand of my life on his fucking jaw. No, I hold like, so if that ever happens one day, Keith, you could tell everyone that I'm a liar, because I really would. There's no joke, and that has no, dude. That's a face, that you would love. And then if he saw this, which I mean, whatever he would. But I mean, if he did, he'd be like, "Oh, it's a white guy saying that he's a racist. He's a racist. He's the biggest racist out of fucking everyone. Fucking kidding me? I'm a fucking racist. What the fuck going? Fucking what do you call it? And that's what he holds on to. And he was handing out coffee to all of them and all that shit. And he's like, I'm just a journalist. Did you see that when he's like when he was talking to the priest? He's like, he goes, okay, well, please don't touch me. I was like, oh God, like I'm like, how don't you? I know you're a priest or whatever you are, a pastor. Even better if you're a pastor, man. I don't I don't know, like great restraint not to fucking smash his face in. But I'm just saying, like, that's a guy. It's like that Percy character in The Green Mile. I said to everyone, even though he was an actor, this is how good of an acting job he did. If I ever see that guy, I'm gonna fucking smash his face in. If you ever see The Green Mile,
yeah, of course,
yeah. But if and I know he's playing a role, but I would 100% punch him real hard in the face. So, but my point being though is Don Lemon, without a doubt, I wouldn't just punch him in the face though. I'd fuck him up.
I mean, two things. One thing, he said he didn't know where they were going, but he videotaped himself talking to the ringleader of where they were going. So he lied. I mean, he's an idiot. The other thing is he's like, oh, freedom of press. And I'm like, dude, what about freedom of religion? Like, you totally freaking, he's just an idiot. He was
it was, yeah, but listen, it wasn't freedom of press though, because he was in parking lots miles away with them gathering. And then he had donuts and then coffee with them.
Yeah.
And it all dude, it was all, he got fired years ago and he's even in the car constantly going, and subscribe. And he's going into the churches and dude, that's like zero integrity, zero character. like I always say, even like with the project we're doing, and Joe's the same way. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck if Hollywood came knocking or whatever, or money with this or that, though. Like, you know, we do what we do because we're passionate about it and we love it. Same with that channel, Trady Ozzy channel. It's unmonetized, and it always will be. It's a passion. So same with this. It's a passion. So, but this channel though, we're gonna build this channel though up though. Once we started it during a heavy time. But point being is Don Lemon though, I just want to kick his fucking teeth in.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail for this one.
I wouldn't stop it.
Fuck that guy. He's a fucking punk.
But so what do we got for next week, man?
Fucking little fucking security. All right. I'm sorry.
What do we got next week?
Did Don let me get you? Did Don let me get you mad?
No, my bedtime coming up's got me mad. I gotta be up at 4 a.m.
Oh, it is an hour. Spot on, Keith. Everyone, thank you very much for tuning in to Mind Over Madness. And every Tuesday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, we will be
8:05-ish. 8:05 Lewistown.
Okay, was that because of the short joke?
No, go ahead.
No, but 8:05-ish, and we will see you next week on Mind Over Madness. Thank you all very much. Until next time. My name is Loomis. That's Keith. And we will see you guys. Have a good one. Until next time.
Peace.
Oops.